I really like these overhead aerial shots. Oh, that was super tricky. Okay, so if you watch it closely, that really is the stuntman doing his own backflip and then Henry Cavill doing a forward roll with it. Hey friends, John here, and welcome to The Martial Actor. Today I, a black belt, will be reacting to the bathroom fight scene from Mission Impossible Fallout. So yeah, let's dive right in. So, I haven't seen this, I'm not familiar with what's going on, but I'm assuming Tom Cruise has to steal something, or do something, or get someone's fingerprints, or get someone's voice, or something like that. Oh, it looks like maybe they're trying to get someone's blood? I don't know. They're just building the tension for this. Looks like the last bystander has left. Okay, starting out strong. Okay, yeah, that looked super dynamic. So they're trying to like inject the needle in his throat. The guy blocks, slams Tom Cruise down, and then again in order to make him drop the injection needle. Looked super dynamic, really strong way to start a fight. Yeah, okay, so that looked really great. I would have framed it a little bit differently. Instead of having the like wind up be pretty close, but then they cut away before the hit happened, I would have preferred if they had kept the shot tight for the face hit and then cut. Also, this was a good fall from that stunt guy. And if it is filmed in a studio, then they could have built this floor to be more fall friendly. So instead of having that tile and maybe cement underneath it, they could have had something that looks like tile, but it's a little bit softer, possibly ceramic. Or they could have put some padding underneath the tile. Either way, that dude's probably still wearing a back pad for it, but it's still good fall, so good job.
Where's the needle?
And Tom Cruise is like stumbling.
Get him up.
And we're getting some more environmental conflict. Okay, so that was a really nice shot right there. We got like a dedicated shot of the gun, which means to me that that shot is a setup. They're going to pay it off later in the fight. You see that a lot in movies in general, but specifically in fights. That usually means that that object is going to be used later in the fight. If they don't come back to that gun, that's going to be what's called Chekov's gun, and that has nothing to do with an actual gun, but that's actually a fallacy that occurs in writing. It's when you have a setup that never gets paid off. I doubt that's going to happen here, but we'll keep it in mind as we move forward. So these like group of bro guys are coming in. They're providing some environmental conflict. And yeah, it looks like they're trying to make a mask of this guy's face, which is very Mission Impossible, which is great. And the environmental conflict is escalating because the guys are like seeing that there's more than one person in this stall. So we get a heightening of the environmental conflict. They're like slamming on the door. And now they're just leaving and singing. So I don't love that. I don't like it when writers introduce conflict into a scene and then the conflict naturally dissipates. I think you're almost always missing an opportunity there. For example, in this specific scene, it could be interesting if instead of pounding on the door and them doing nothing, if they pounded on the door and then Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise look, but it like wakes up the Asian guy, he could like look at the situation that he's in and then pretend to go back to sleep. That would be a really great way of incorporating the environmental conflict back into the fight scene. Unfortunately, that didn't happen here. It's not, again, not great, but he is waking up here, so maybe they were going for that, kind of. And again, we are going from like 0 to 60. So the Asian dude wakes up and then he punches left, punches right, and then kicks Tom Cruise through the bathroom stall. So that's definitely a collapsible stall. You probably need a little bit more force in order to break the metal hinges off of a bathroom stall. But It's cinematic and it looks good, and that was a good kick. They definitely used a stunt double for that, probably didn't use Tom Cruise. Oh, nice, and let me get the briefcase again. I really like these overhead aerial shots. Oh, that was super tricky. Okay, so that was a really nice subversion of expectations. So we saw Henry Cavill pick up the Asian dude, and it looked like he was going for something like a hip throw, but instead the Asian dude did a backflip using that momentum from the flip in order to take down Henry Cavill. If you watch it closely, that really is the stuntman doing his own backflip and then Henry Cavill doing a forward roll with it, but it looks super dynamic. Really liked that. Oh, nice. So he did a throat punch, and now he's doing a side kick. That is a nice kick. Nice. So you see Tom Cruise just threw like an elbow and an elbow. The Asian stuntman did a double open hand parry. That's a very strong block, taken straight from Kung Fu. This kind of block will absorb a lot of force. You see people block like this when they're blocking a kick to the head or a very strong strike like Tom Cruise's elbow. So that's really cool to see. Then we have again. Punch, another elbow, and that was a nice throw. So, naturally when people are getting thrown or flying through the air, the human body response is to curl up. That helps you protect your internal organs from damage when you fall. Now, this stuntman is doing a really good job because he's fighting against that impulse and he flays his body out, which makes it look way more dynamic. So that was a good throw from that stuntman. And yeah, the mirror gets wrecked with sick. He pulls the pipe out, and yeah, the wall gets wrecked. Yeah. So kick, nice. That was a cool little moment that just happened there. The stuntman was getting like pulled back by Henry Cavill. He did like a weird, I don't even know what to call it. It was like a midair kip. And then used the momentum from shooting his legs out in order to twist out of Henry Cavill's grip. That was really cool. Oh, and that was nasty. That was probably also a stunt double for Henry Cavill. That would be a hard move to do cleanly. Nice, so we get some more elbows, some pipe movement, and the stunt guy's got the pipe trying to choke. Oh, it stabbed Tom Cruise. Henry Cavill's getting up. And this is the iconic moment. The 1-2, nice, love that. Nice, so we get some. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so that was a nice punching combo right there. There was just like a kidney punch from Henry Cavill and then like a head punch. The stuntman's taking some of them, blocking some of them, throwing some back. Henry Cavill did like a haymaker and the stuntman blocked it with a double open-handed knife block and then grabbed Henry Cavill's arm and did a reverse shuto to the neck. Really love seeing that kind of stuff. It's straight up Kung Fu. Nice. Oh, nice punch. Oh, nice back kick again. It's got Henry Cavill by the head. Oh, nice. That face punch could have landed a little bit better for camera, but they were really framing it to make the kick land really well. That was a textbook roundhouse kick. He should be down for the count, probably. And Tom Cruise is assessing the situation. Asian guy is totally fine. And he's so done with the fight. So he goes and tackles him through the wall. Okay, so now we see, here's the payoff for that earlier setup. They're reaching for the gun, grabbing for the gun. I'm assuming this is probably going to be the end of the fight because we're escalating the stakes here. We're bringing in a lethal weapon. It's going to be over sooner or later. And they're just kind of wrestling the gun. So that was a really nice cinematic technique right there. The camera was focusing on the villain and then it pulled focus to the gun. Again, like super cinematic to see. It helps the audience understand what's going on narratively, so love to see that kind of stuff. And we hear a gunshot, but it's not that gun. And Mrs. Female Agent comes in and saves the day. And that's the end of the fight. Love to see that clip. I think I was mostly impressed with the way that Henry Cavill moves when he fights is just so... He's such a big man. A lot of times when big people fight, their movements aren't quite as solid or crisp because they have more mass to be moving, so they can't move quite as fast. But I feel like Henry Cavill's really an exception to that rule. All his movements are so tight and so crisp and so clean. He is really one of my favorite actors to watch when it comes to action films. And I mean, Tom Cruise is a legend. He's been doing this for 20, 30 years. so he's also great. And then, yeah, the Asian stunt double they got was really playing off of them very well. You could really tell that the three of them had really good fight chemistry together, which is very important when it comes to a fight scene. If you're not in sync with your partners, not only is it not going to look good, but it's also dangerous. There were a couple times I would have framed things a little bit differently, but again, that's being super picky. But Mission Impossible is one of the biggest action franchises in the world. They can afford to take a little bit more time, a little bit more effort to really frame things exactly right. I think there were only 2 or 3 things I would have framed a little bit differently, but like, it's a really solid scene, really solid fight. Definitely enjoyed seeing it. I only need to watch the rest of the movie. And that's it for today. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Goes right, left, and Tom Cruise is like, oh. So they, he was like a, I don't even know what to call that, like, that was tight, that was a good move. Oh no! Chick saves the day, love that.